up, friends? Welcome back to my channel. Sass here. I'm here for another review of Love After Lockup, child. We got a new participant. A new participant, child. Anissa or Anessa, child. Did y'all get the impression that this is a recycled storyline? Do y'all remember Angela and Tony? Y'all remember how we met Angela? How Tony was going to get out but didn't get out? How Tony was going to get out but didn't get out? How Tony was going to get out but didn't get out? Is this what y'all doing, Love After Lockup? We have Anessa. She 51 years old and she says she a cougar and she proud of it. Okay, girl. She says she always liked the younger dudes. Her first marriage, she was 29. He was 19. But it didn't work out. And I think she was married again. Was she married twice, y'all? Both youngins? I guess she was feeling lonely and sad and, just wanted to venture out. So she went on one of them sites, honey. And she come across an inmate named Jeff. And she was like, oh my God, he is gorgeous. He is cut. He has tattoos all over. Now, at this time, she was 40. Now she's 51. Okay? Now, this is my thing. She says they've been together for 11 years. 11 years. You ain't never went to go see him. You never went to go see your boyfriend in prison. Never, ever, ever. That's what I got out of it, right, y'all? In 11 years. Okay. So she's with her cousin, and they're going to go see wedding. They're going to go look at wedding dresses, honey, to a man that she's been with for 11 years, and she ain't seen. So, of course, her cousin is like, you are nuts, okay? Because, see, Anessa's talking about that the ex gave her a $9,000 engagement ring, and Jeff, he ain't got the pot to piss in or a window to throw it out of. She said he po-po. He's a broke boy. So they go to this wedding dress shop, child. She's trying on that first dress to look like somebody's grandma's tablecloth. I was like, girl, take that off. Take it off. So then she tried on another little wedding dress. That was kind of cute. So the cousin was like, okay, does he know that you are wedding dress shopping? And she was like, no, I ain't talked to him. You ain't talked to your boyfriend of 11 years that you ain't seen? Okay. So the cousin was like, girl, what if he don't show up again? Because, see, he done stood you up twice. He done put ghost on you twice. What if he don't show up? And what about that little girl at the bridal shop? She was like, now, wait a minute now. What is going on here? This seems like a story I need to hear. I was like, Haley, girl, are you trying to make a sale? Stay out of it, girl, but I get it. You trying to be nosy. Haley said, something don't sound right. You mean to tell me he done stood you up twice? I mean, what if he don't show up? Anessa is confident that Jeff will show up. Now, see, her cousin says, I don't believe he's real. That's what the cousin said. So, cousin, are you saying that Anessa is cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs? What do you mean you don't think he's real? What do you mean he's imaginary? Because, see, that would make your cousin crazy. Because, see, if she was being catfished, the person is real. They are just not the person that they're portraying to be. But it's a real person. But you're saying that you don't think he's real. Like it's in her head. So later on, we see her and her homeboy comes over. Y'all know this, right? And now the Angela and Tony spin on. You remember Angela's homeboy? So Anessa's homeboy come over. And he was like, what's going on? What you doing? She was like, I'm nervous. I got to make this cornbread. He getting out tomorrow. So he was like, you done lost your mind. This got to be the craziest and dumbest thing you have ever done. You know this dude? Is he real? Now the homeboy is saying, is he real? Then the homeboy said, have anybody been around when you talked to him? Have anybody been around when he called? She was like, he is real. And I got something to show you. So she comes out with the wedding dress and he says, oh no. Oh no. This is nuts. This is nuts. You don't know nothing about this dude. And you're going to marry him? She said, I'm going to marry him as soon as possible. Anissa, either you're getting catfished or you're knowing the inside of your job. What is it? Is he real? Did you make him up? Is he imaginary? Or are you getting catfished? Are you going to meet a guy that don't look like that guy in that picture with all the tattoos is cut? Is it going to be a woman? Is it going to be a man, short, bald, 400 pounds? What is it? Y'all, I got a feeling Anissa and Jeff is a couple that I really don't care nothing about. The only way I'm going to care about it if he ain't real. That's it. Let's move on. Ray, honey. Ray and Brittany. Now, there was a little bit of a cliffhanger last week. Ray, he got back in the van and he left, and they were like, where he gone? Let's follow the van. So apparently it was the wrong pickup spot. So they had to go to another location. Here is Brittany and his family following the van. Ray finally gets out the van, and guess what, honey? He ran to his cutie, honey. He ran to his boo. She was very, very happy. Kissy, kissy, huggy, huggy. You know, the family was happy. You know, they was happy to see their son and grandson. So Ray's a nice looking fella, isn't he? He's nice looking. Ray tells the story of his background, and of course it's sad. Ray said that when he was 11 years old, that his mom got shot 5 times. 5 times. And was left for dead inside of a van. How horrible is that? I can't imagine being 11 years old and that's how your mom got taken away from you. I can't imagine that at 46, much less 11. So of course he was having all kinds of issues. He said that he had anger problems. He had rage because of the way that his mother, you know, was Killed. And it was pent up in him. He didn't know how to express his feelings. He didn't know how to talk about what's going on with him. So of course he went down the road of crime. Honey, he said that he would break into pharmacies, take the pills, sell them, and what he didn't sell, he took, honey. You know, to numb the pain. When you become a street pharmacist, 2 things happen: death or jail. And of course, he ended up, you know, in prison. So he says that he's excited to get out. He says that he's excited to see what the future holds with him and Brittany. What about when they was in the van and how he was looking at Brittany? He was like, I was like, okay, Brittany, okay. Ray's not bad looking. Not bad looking at all. And you know what? If Ray keeps a good head on his shoulders, stay on that straight and narrow, I'm rooting for Ray. I'm rooting for Ray. I gotta root for him, y'all. Now, Brittany, I think Brittany is going to put a whole lot of pressure on him. But that's just me. We will see how it goes. Of course, Brittany wanted to spend more time with him because remember, she wanted to go eat and go to the hotel room trying to get that back blown out. But he had to go to a halfway house. He had to be there by 11 o'clock and it was like 9:40 in the morning. So, child, honey, it's going to have to be another time. But it's interesting. Ray, I'm rooting for you, Ray. I am. Brittany, now hold on now. All right? Steady and calm. Okay? All right, let's move on. Daonte, child. Yo, what's wrong with him? What's wrong with the Virginian, y'all? So Daonte done showed up at Nicolle and her mama's house. Now Nicolle done dropped some tea. Nicolle said that when she went, now Nicolle said before she went to prison, her mama was married to a man. When she went into prison, her mama divorced said man and married a woman. Baby. Really? Okay. If you like it, I love it, honey. Now, Nicolle said that she loves Daonte. She likes Daonte. But see, it ain't really giving what she needs. See, before she could do anything, or she don't really have a plan, Daonte would be the one that would take care of her. Because the mama is like, well, what you gonna do with yourself? What's going on? And she was like, well, Daonte will take care of me until I can figure it out. Honey, that mama don't have a whole lot of confidence in her daughter. Y'all hear what she said? She said Nicolle is who she is. And if she stay out of prison, good. But if she don't, I won't be surprised. I said, Lord, have mercy. So Nicolle said that she been talking to some guy named Zach. See, that's who she said that she was testing with. Zach. Honey, that's an old flame, child. She just want to see where it's going. Now, Daonte shows up looking foolish. Did y'all see how he was acting? I'm nervous. I'm nervous, man. I mean that, Mama. I'm nervous. I was like, Daonte, Sam! What are you nervous for? So Daonte and the mama is talking. So the mama's like, sit down. Let me talk to you. Now, Nicolle is getting her hair dyed, so she's going to wash that dye out of her hair. And Daonte is like, I know it's strange that I met your daughter on a prison site. So the mama was like, okay. And he was like, but I love your daughter. I love your daughter. Okay? And so he says that he's been with women. And so she said, women? And he said, hold up. He said, not with women. Wow, I've been with Nicolle. See, I've been subsiding my urges. And then Daonte sat there and told this woman that he has never met before, the mother of his girlfriend, in his head, fiance, that he has a sex toy. I said, no way this conversation is real. No way this will not be happening with normal people without a camera. No way. Daonte in his eyes. So she was like, what? She was like, kind of weird, kind of strange. And he was like, yeah, I know. But just so you know, I love your daughter. In fact, I'm engaged to your daughter. And the mother said, excuse me, say that again, repeat that phrase, engaged. Just 5 seconds ago, before you walked in through the door, she been texting Zach. But now you engaged. Oh, So Daonte was like, oh man, she didn't tell you. I said, oh really? Really, Daonte? Oh man, she didn't tell you. I was like, that sounded like a little bit of acting to me. So the mama gets up. And she goes in there and she was like, why didn't you tell me that you're engaged? Nicolle said, I am not engaged. Now Daonte hears all this. So Nicolle comes out and she's like, why did you tell my mom that we're engaged? And so Daonte said, we are engaged, right? I mean, I asked you. You said you wanted a ring. I gave you a ring and you said okay. He said, that's engaged. And she was like, no. And what is the conversation after that? I wanted the ring that I want to pick out. I wanted someone to get down on their knees. That's what I wanted. And then she was in the confessional and she said, I told Daonte to just give me just a little ring. You know, she said, like this one. This little cheap ring like this one. Where's the ring that he gave you? Because see, you made it seem like that this is just another ring. Child, Daonte done went down to the swap meet, honey, and got him a $2.99 ring. Honey, it probably made her finger turn green. Honey, that ring probably snapped in two, honey, 2 hours after Daonte left. So in Daunte's mind, they're engaged. Honey, baby, Nicolle said, oh no, we ain't. We are not engaged. Daonte, you are insisting on looking like a fool, aren't you? Daonte kept talking about, you know, in the car, she was all holding my hand and all, you know, touchy. But now, she's acting complete opposite. Daonte, it's been a whole day and you still ain't got no booty. She at her mama's house washing her hair. Why ain't she at your house? Let's move on. All right, let's talk about Rachel and Doug, honey. Complete opposite of Daonte. Honey, Doug cannot get enough of Rachel, honey. 1 hour out of prison and he is kissy, huggy. He can't stop touching her. He cannot stop putting his hands on her. He said, I want you now. I want you. See, that's what Daonte wanted. See, that's what Daonte wanted from Nicolle. But see, Nicolle said she got anxiety and she don't want you touching her. She's washing her hair. Daonte is a whole fool. So Doug, he's out of prison and he talks about the son. And he said that, you know, 1.5 years when his son was born, he was in prison. He was out for 40 days. He had to go back to prison. His son is what, 12, 13 years old? And technically, he haven't even spent a whole 2 years with his own child? Come on, Doug, now. Come on. So, Doug and Rachel, they get to their destination, honey. And baby, I'm going to need for the love at the lockup producers, cameraman, I'm going to need for y'all to leave that room a little bit sooner. When they start slobbering and kissing and grinding on each other, it's time for you to leave. And why do they need to tell you to leave? They all up on top of each other, honey. Rachel's legs and her Amish rope stomping shoes was all up waving in the air. I said, get out of the room. I do not want to see this. Now, they want to blow each other's back out. That's fine. But, honey, please leave the room early. This is not a porno. So they leave the room, and of course, the Love After Lockup producer, Salman, had to leave in the moan, oh, e, ooh. I was like, Rachel, you better do it, girl. Bring it back. Let me see it. Let it snap. Let me bend it, come on, let me do it, let me do it, come on, break it back, let it snap, let it bend, come on, let it win. Hey, Rachel, I ain't mad at you. Honey, Rachel said he's 6'5". I'm 4'10". It just worked out like that. Like that. I will say this. Rachel, she's growing on me. What about y'all? Rachel is growing on me. And I feel like if Doug can keep his head straight, him and Rachel make a cute little couple. What y'all think? Am I cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs? Anyway, honey, they done had a good old time. They done took a shower, brushing their teeth. Honey, he was like, thanks, babe, for the clothes. He got him some fresh clothes on. He was like, we got to go because I am not trying to miss out on my parole officer. I ain't trying to go back to prison. And so Rachel was like, look at you being responsible. Good for you. So they pulling up to her house, and it is so funny. He was like, this your neighborhood? This is your neighborhood? And she was like, what are you talking about? And he said, this where you live? And she was like, yes. And he was like, I ain't never seen nothing like this. I definitely wasn't raised in a place like this. Y'all got sidewalk? See, we didn't have sidewalk. And he said this is the nicest house he has ever been in. And he said, you know what? If I mess this up, I'm an idiot. If I mess this up, I am an idiot. Because Rachel is doing right by me. I love her. Okay? And he says that his son, he needs to do right. No, Doug, you need to do right. You need to be an example for your son. You need to be the father that you need to be for your son. You can't be leaving everything on Rachel's shoulders. Rachel is not that boy's mother. But you are that boy's father. So no, you don't want to mess this up. Amen. Interesting. I wonder how Rachel and Doug's gonna do. I'm kind of rooting for them, y'all. I am. I'm kind of rooting for Rachel and Doug. Child, let's see. Let's see in a couple of weeks, child. Let's move on. That's it. Certainly least, honey. See now, stand. See, we have the father going to pick up his daughter at prison. First of all, can I just say that whole scene was awkward? I was watching it, and I swear, I was like, ew. I was like watching this, and I was going, ew. It was gross. So we have Lisa. She coming out, honey. Y'all remember? She said she didn't have no hair, and she was looking like a boy. Honey, when I tell you, honey, them other inmates snatched her bald. They snatched her bald, honey. And even their interaction together was gross and ill. He was like kissing on her with his 110-year-old lips. I was like, and you can tell that she was throwing up a little bit in her mouth. He goes in for the kiss, and she's like, so he got her stuff, getting it in the car. She's determined to drive that car. I was like, see now, don't you let her drive that car. She gonna be like that brother on a high-speed chase in that Mustang. Leave it alone, honey. When am I gonna drive your car? When am I gonna drive your car? I was like, see now, don't let her nowhere near that car, child. So of course, they're in there in the car, and they're having all this sex talk that was off-putting. Y'all, I was getting sick. I was like, please quit talking. And she tells a story that how she met Stan and how they spent a couple of, days together. They met each other 2-3 times, and it was fun. And then she says that he had a room that was put together. She goes inside that room, and hanging from the ceiling was a blow done walked into this man's house. This 150-year-old man with a damn rat on his head got a straight jacket hanging from the ceiling and you didn't leave. See, I'm questioning you. Lisa, you ain't right. Because I would have ran out. Why you got a straight jacket hanging from your ceiling? See now, Stan, you're gross. See, you're not 50 shades of gray. You're 100 shades of gray. Nasty stuff. Ew, what a nasty, dirty man. So he was like, oh, I got something for you. So he pulls out them $39.95 wigs, honey. And she was like, oh, no. No. And he was like, oh, no, it's going to be good. And she was like, I'm just going to keep my hair. He was like, no, I like the long hair. Child, she is fumbling with that wig, honey. Child, did y'all see that non-existent part in that wig? Oh, child. I said, baby. And then in her confessional, she had on one of those headband wigs. I said, girl, just take the wig off. Take the wig off and just go bald-headed. That's what you do, Lisa. So, obviously, Lisa is not attracted to C-Now Stan. He's gross, okay? And then she let it be known that she's attracted to women. Of course you are. I seen that a mile away. I seen that the minute you stepped out them doors, honey. But she also let it be known that she has 3 children. That she was married. She thought she was divorced, but it didn't really work out. And then the other husband, she said, I don't want to talk about it, honey. Don't even bring him up. So she still has to work out the whole married thing. Then she let it be known that she has a 22-year-old son that she don't have a good relationship with. Again, I have said this before. The children is the one that always gets hurt. Always. So she's talking on the phone with her son, and it wasn't good. It wasn't good, okay? She gets upset because her son feels like, you're the reason why I'm a mess. You're the reason why my life is a hot mess. You, Mom, you. And he just wanted to see his mom. I mean, she's fresh out of prison. Of course he wants to see his mother. So she's trying to talk to C-Now Stan about all this. And honey, C-Now Stan said, I don't want to hear it. In fact, C-Now Stan said, F your kids. C-Now Stan said, I don't care nothing about your kids. In fact, I don't want you to have nothing to do with your kids and your family. See, the further you stay away from them, the better off you will be. Stan, she is a 40-year-old woman who can make her own decisions, you dummy. She has 3 children. And her relationship with her son is between her and her son. That's her son. If it's bad, if it's good. Instead of you being a supportive boyfriend, you like kick that son to the curb. I said, oh my Lord. Something wrong with Stan, y'all. Something wrong with that man. Something wrong with her. Something wrong with you. You see a straight jacket dangling from the ceiling? This man is telling you not to have no type of relationship with your child, good or bad, and he got a dead rat on his head. Honey, you really want that money, don't you? That's it, y'all. That's it. That's all I got. What y'all think? Y'all know what to do. Leave a like, comment, and subscribe. And until next time, friends, bye.